a look at what's going on in the Strait of Hormuz, and the world rapidly burns through oil stockpiles with no end in sight to Hormuz deadlock. Meanwhile, oil prices are falling even as traffic through the critical waterway remains severely constricted. Now, President Donald Trump is saying that the United States controlled the Strait of Hormuz. Iran is saying otherwise, and Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps says something very interesting, and we're going to read that in just a moment. We're going to go through this article real quick. Efforts to reopen the Strait of Hormuz are becoming more urgent as the International Energy Agency warns global oil stockpiles are rapidly dwindling. President Donald Trump again is saying that the United States control the Strait of Hormuz. And here's the interesting part coming from Iran. Iran could prolong the war with the U.S. until Trump is out of office. A top advisor to the commander-in-chief of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps said, and he quoted, "The longer this war lasts, the more experience we gain." Now, we do know we've been at war with Iran since February of this year, towards the end of February. And we are obviously seeing gas prices are going back up, especially for regular, and diesel is remaining high, $5.30 or higher depending on where you live. Now, it's not just the United States dealing with these gas shortages. We can even look at Russia. Now, Russia is currently at war with Ukraine, been at war since their full-scale invasion back in February of 2022. Recently, just about a few weeks ago, the U.S. president, not the U.S. president, Russian President Vladimir Putin was saying there was a gas shortage in his country. A lot of gas stations had long lines because of the war with Ukraine, and because Ukraine kept hitting oil depots in Russia, was obviously causing gas problems, gas shortages. And if we throw the situation with the United States and Iran and other countries in the Middle East, that the Hormuz Strait is causing more problems, and the gas is going to continue to get high. It's not just gas that we've seen shortages in. We've seen shortages in food because, cargo ships. Ships was struck in the Strait of Hormuz over the last few months, though some of those possibly was carrying goods for the ones that was trying to get through the strait after either the United States or Iran was saying was closed, or some were just being hit just to be hit. In retaliation if one country did a strike on another, or something happened that one another didn't like. So it's a lot of stuff going on with this situation. We recently did have a helicopter in Texas that went down, killing 2 soldiers. There will be more on that in the next video, but regardless, it's just a lot of stuff going on. Then we fast forward to the weather area side. We do have Tropical Storm Lala that is expected to make landfall on Hawaii as soon as Saturday. We can see heavy rainfall, strong gusty winds as early as Friday night for Hawaii. Then we follow to the Atlantic side. We do have 2 disturbances. Invest 92L, which would be Dolly when she does form in the MDR, which is the main development region of the Atlantic. Then right behind it will be Invest 94L, which will possibly be the E name, and it has a 50% chance over the next 2 to 7 days, and Dolly has a chance of forming within the next 2 to 7 days, and she has an 80% chance. Tropical Storm Cristobal is no longer a tropical storm. It's now a depression. Didn't even last 24 hours in the northern part of the Atlantic. Ain't bothering any countries at all. It was way away from the United States. Now we're just watching Invest 92L and Invest 94L on where this track goes. Could it do something sneaky? Could Invest 92L go through Puerto Rico, try to have some strength to go into the Gulf, tap into that warm water and try to make a landfall on somewhere on the Gulf? Or could it just fizzle out completely? So it's just something we got to watch out for when it comes to that. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And I will see you guys in the next one. If it's God's will, stay safe out there. And it's your boy Aronde out.